Alright, so this video is going to be the Japan versus World event, and I'll be representing the world. And to start it off, it's in the Kingmaker format, so that would be 12 races in the 99, and then 12 races of the Pro. At the end of those, at the 99 races in Pro, there'll be 2 GPs. One was selected by Japan, and the other is selected by the world. So Japan selected King, and the world selected Mirror Ace. Let's start off the first race here on Big Blue. Missed the first zip there, but still got the extension, so it's fine. Good energy and good placement. And that's what you want to see. First lap's over, full health. And since I'm so far ahead, I'm actually really going to probably try only for 2 skyways. But normally in this type of lobby I go for 3. But the problem is after I use this one, I'll be ahead and not be able to pick up sparks again. So I'm making a play here, and just bad driving. That was a routine play I always make. I like to boost past that red there before the curve. You know, maybe 1 out of 10 times I'll hit the red, and that was just one of the times. So as you can see, it's just a pile on, and really just accidentally couldn't climb in there. So really I just blew a possibility for, you know, front running the 4th lap there. I had good energy to boost. Who knows if that would have, you know, been a first place, but would have been a good front run. Now it's kind of concerning too, because some nights you just end up hitting more reds than usual. Like something's just like a little off. That worried me the first race. I'm already hitting red there on a routine play. And that's what I like there. Didn't have to boost and back bump my way through all that. And kind of the problem I have with this course is, you know, a lot of really Mirror Ace. I haven't quite figured out like in these super stacked lobbies, like what the optimal pacing and skyway management is, so I kind of just play it by sight. And hitting those small jump pads is huge, because really, even with Goose, you can get knocked like slightly out of the way and miss it. So now I want to wait. I was going to wait to the end of the lap. Here we go. And get the big extension here. Lost a bit of places at the end there, kind of got nudged around, but I mean, what you find out in these lobbies, 27th isn't even, you know, that's not too bad. If you can consistently place that high every race, you'll be doing fairly well. Like, we're in a GP though, that doesn't hold up. So, I mean, every race here is, you know, there's 99 players, so it's much harder to do anything consistently. And there's kind of the technique we've been doing, a delayed boost there to get into the zipper. I don't like how slow I was going here. I'm trailing back a little further than I wanted. A bit of a scare. As you can see here, even with Goose, the pack is so dense that I'm getting pushed away. I wanted those the spark pads there. And again here, very close to a rank out. Missed the zipper there, so that was a bad launch. And now we can zipper the Skyway here to safety. I mean, so to end the race, it ended up not being like horrible. 26th, even after all those rank out scares. So luckily, I was able to get a Skyway the 4th lap to finish it off without having to be in danger. Being friendly there, giving a teammate a push. And sometimes this just happens. Like, it took me a while to get my back bump there. Even though you're getting back bumped a lot, you're just not registering. And even after a Skyway, I'm here, like, down in 60th place. Everyone's just dropping on top of me. So I didn't really like what's going on here. I was losing health, and I'm stuck in the back end of the pack. Not even get good sparks out of it. So that gold really helped. Good extensions there. So this is kind of where it's getting scary. I'm kind of dwindling down in my energy here, really depending on getting more sparks. Luckily I'm getting them to get out of this turn here. a risky cut there because you can bounce a little bit. To split the reds like that is a little dangerous, but it was just kind of a race where you're stuck in the pack the whole time, and you really depend on getting your Skyway, because if you don't, like if I hit a dry spot in the S turn there, any laps at the end, I would have been ranked out. This is something you learn about the stack lobbies and Mirror RC1 here is you gotta launch off your first Skyway, because one Skyway is not gonna cut it. So now I'm in really good position. Maybe I should cut more to the right on there, because I kind of feels like I get stuck in the air longer than I should have been. Luckily beat those bumpers there. That turn's always really dangerous. I'll take a slightly wider route there than to risk. If you cut left there's a lot more hazards. So I mean, 8th is perfectly fine by me. And that's a good spot to launch, except when I hit it, I just missed it. So I should have launched it slightly later, and then you get that zipper too. Since I have enough energy, I'm just gonna take the cut over the dirt, because I know I'm gonna get a Skyway. It was a strong race, second place. Luckily the Skyway was over that red. So what I'm hoping for is a skyway to get this zipper right here. Then it gives you extension, so perfect timing. And it just makes for such an easy race. I mean, you'll see how relaxed I play this entire race. By luck of the draw, getting good sparks. I mean, I even didn't boost there, so I mean, maybe I should have, but we'll see. You can see what the issue is if I would have boosted, so I barely have any sparks now. I want a 4th lap skyway, so I want people to pass me. And I have enough energy to take a skyway and boost the rest of the race, so here we go. Kind of dangerous, but I was able to take an inside cut there past all the blue bumpers and reds. Orange team taking top 3 spots too. And this one is the opposite side, so left side, and really it's just like it feels like a spark lottery, and I got, you know, luckily I had a good opener, and now you get to just be relaxed up in front. Now this time I felt like I was getting more sparks than I wanted to, so this will be a 3rd lap skyway, and I'll just repeat what I did earlier. And I have plenty of energy for this lap to burn some boosts. A little low on energy here. Kinda risky, but I felt like if I didn't boost again, I would get stuck more in the pack. So it paid off. But that's how a lot of times you can get yourself KO'd at the end there. And you can see there, I didn't even try going for like an optimal skyway. I just wanted to get it off so I could get a second one. And I got banged up a bit more than I wanted to. This crowd is so dense that, you know, I can't be playing with optimum lines. So it's kind of my fault there. I'm getting held back more than I wanted to. But now I'll begin my Skyway. And so much extension that you get the double extension. That one was scary. That could have been a race ender. It wasn't. It was a kind of a sloppy race, but still a good position of 17th there. Getting the Skyway, because if you don't get your Skyway before that, the Skyway cut there, and getting the extensions, you get left behind. It's really tough to get stranded there. Easy rank out. And this one's going to be tough because it's just like, how often do you get to play around with the full lobby here? I mean, like, once in a long while, once in GAT lobbies, we'll join one of these secret tracks, but, I mean, this is not something you get to practice for. Not getting any back bumps at all somehow. So you see the Skyway is shaped differently and stuff like that because it's, you know, map's a little bit different. So I don't actually know where the best launch point is over there. If I miss a zipper or not, I just like, I've never gotten the chance to experiment on this course. Like, I'm really far behind. I'm not even sure why I waited that long. It was really risky. I probably missed a zipper on there too by waiting that long. And now there's no way I'm going to hold this position. I'm in top 10 with less than half fuel, and everyone's just going to Skyway over me. You can see they're finishing with like 70% or so sparks again, so it's just bad Skyway and spark management. Almost ranking out and all that stuff, so it was just like, didn't really understand the flow of the race or how to use the sparks in this course. This time it's taking me longer to get the sparks. I should still be in good position. So now I'm kind of in a dry spot here. It's like, you know, it's one of those reasons like I haven't had any sparks in like 20 seconds. And there's bad bonk. So for whatever reasons, like, you just don't get sparks, even though there's a bunch of people fighting with each other right in front of you. But at least I'll be able to skyway here. Not great, but sometimes you just don't get sparks. Now this is going to be a interesting one, because I got a good start there, which might result in a problematic race, because then you can't get your early first skyway while everyone else will be. So you see here now I'm already in danger of ranking out first lap, and I'm wasting a bunch of energy. So getting the good start was actually detrimental to my normal style of play. That grade really would have helped. I'm just like, it's just one of those races. It just feels like a lot of bad things are happening. And not an optimal skyway at all, but I gotta launch it. So I need to get another skyway. And there's a bad gray hit. I've had several of those this race already. I'm barely escaping lap 3. Very little energy. So I got myself out of that race, but as you can see, if you're just off pattern and you just end up losing energy to like the race itself. You get chipped away, you get to use bad skyways, and you're just like out of sync with the race. This is the pro portion. I kind of like this skyway. It's fun to do the jump skyway, but if I launched even a split second earlier, you'd actually miss the extension, which I've done a few times. But that's a really successful first lap, full energy. And I don't even want to boost, so just playing real safe. see if I can hold the lead. I don't like those reds, so the problem I had there is I wasted a bunch of time taking bad lines, so I really didn't like that. So still a really good result. If I could have took better lines, I think I could have held out that front run. So I'm near RC2. I'm really in these stacked lobbies. I want to first slap Skyway. So I'm right where I want to be. So it's always a really safe feeling. 4th lap Skyway. I am a little low on energy. I'm not in the lead, so one of the good things about that actually is the distance I was back from first place made it so the bumper patterns actually weren't that hard. You see there, I got through that final stretch without having to deal with a crowded section there, which is a good relief because there's times where it's just like jam-packed with bumpers. And for this event too, we banned blues. You can't remove them from the game, but we just make it so you have to auto-detonate as soon as you get it. And you can see here I don't even bother trying to cut through the mines because I want to be in the pack and get sparks. Like it really, like if you don't get a first lap Skyway in Port Town 2, you're in trouble. I could sit in the front here with full health. got bailed out last second there. I probably should have dropped quicker to get the gold to make sure I had enough sparks, but good enough. The only problem now is I don't get a 4th lap skyway where the most hazards are, but I have good energy. You know, I'll take it. 21st is pretty good. So I really wasn't getting any sparks there, which I didn't like. So I'm going to try to pick up sparks here. And didn't get it fast enough, I'm still going to launch it. If you get it right after that turn and launch it, it's still pretty good. But actually what happens here is, luckily I got this extension, so that was actually really helpful. That turn was ridiculous. I got like completely like a brick wall. Like that zipper was so crowded. Like you just couldn't get in there. Like rejected again. Like who knows what's going on with the netcode? Like it just can't read all the people here. Well, I'm out of here. So pretty safe race. It wasn't optimal. You know, I couldn't get into that zipper, but 29th is okay, and not crashing out's always good. This one I'm kind of like in between of what I should do. I could have launched it earlier. If I went with this skyway to get around the bend, maybe that's worse because I'm not getting as much sparks. It's just nice to get around the bend. I should be getting enough sparks here for another skyway. Luckily I picked it up, bailed myself out. So now I would say I'm actually in perfect position for a 4th lap Skyway. Full energy going into the 3rd lap, and in a really good position. That boost was probably overkill. Even though I had the energy to boost there, what happens now is I'm not getting sparks. So I'm not getting my 4th lap Skyway. So I should have been getting Skyway right here, but there's just no one here. And everyone's dropping past this point. So it turned in from like, that would have been a 1st place if I had good spark management and Skywayed out of there. That would have been a 1st place, but that, you know, that's what happens. I over boosted one time, and that was enough to, you know, lose 30 places. Thankfully not hitting any mines there. With 99 people, that's quite risky, the 1st lap. That was a bit scary there. I didn't know if I should launch a 3rd lap or just go for the safety 4th lap, but I held it. And even boosting there, like I had to, but it's still risky because you can't, like, it's hard to read what's going to be there at the end of your boost, and if the ending boost is badly timed with what's going on with the bumper patterns, it can really be a problem. I'll definitely take a 20th though. More Red Canyon, because people weren't voting for Sandstorm 2. Let's see how the rematch goes. scary there. I ended up in a hard landing too, because I was just like, kind of like, I knew I was dropping in a bad zone. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to land, but got around that red. So this time I'm a bit further back, just kind of struggling to stay alive. Just missed the extension there. So not horrible, but you know, you'll take a 37th instead of, you know, if I would have hit that red, that might have been a game over. Pretty crazy to use Skyway there and still be in 70th place. So I'm kind of running into a problem now. I'm just not getting sparks. So this is one of those situations where you kind of just want to use a Skyway and get back into the pack. So I figured if I just get back in the race, I'll have a chance for a good 4th lap Skyway. Some bad driving there. So this is kind of just one of those races where it's just survival mode. Like, nope, like, there'd be no point in trying to do anything other than survive. Still not even like horrible. 41st is like if you have a bad race and get top 50, that's okay. It's because you still get points on the board. And again, with this course, like, it's so difficult to get that zipper. Yeah, I forgot about that. You know, you tell yourself all the time not to do that. I made a whole video to not do that, you know. I still do it. boost out of here. Very close to rank out. So this is just a bad race. There's no hope for it. You just gotta survive. I really didn't like that situation. Too many times, if you're in parallel with the red there, you know, I'm just gonna go wide. You know, this isn't a GP where you need to win. Like, you just gotta survive. It's kind of stuck here getting lower scores with these. It's 2 41st places in a row. Just kind of surviving the race rather than having any potential to win the race. Some new scenery here. Near Deathwind 2. Because no one would ever pick Deathwind 2. I guess I'm not too sure in the stacked lobby like this what even the best spark management it is. This kind of is just like going with the flow. And that sets off everything. So that basically, that Skyway in that spot is just like, I want to get back in the race and get more sparks again. It's not the optimum one. Down here, relaunch it before the wall. And luckily enough, sparks, I can do that again. I can't remember, was I using a D-pad or joystick for this one? I do switch off. I generally like D-pad because of that turn right there. It's just easier with the D-pad. Some of the boosting around some corners are. So that was a pretty solid race, a top 10. Even though I had those bad positions, but like if you use those skyways in unoptimal spots, it gets you back in the race. So it ends up being a good race because you just you work your way back up from getting extra skyway, especially if you could grab some golds along the way. I chose, sometimes in that spot I choose not to boost because you know people are gonna back bump you. And I'll just use the skyway again here. And so I know I'll be getting multiple skyways. So that's bad. Like when you get bumped over the jumps there. pretty low on energy here. It's a bad situation. So I'm actually going to choose not to boost here. I have no chance of winning or anything. It kind of backfired just because like I got just knocked off everything, but I'm just going for survival. And you know, I survived the race, and it was I think that was my worst outcome of the whole event. But in a situation like that, you know, if you lose like a few points, you know, just kind of staying in the race instead of blowing up is worth it. Now I don't actually know where the furthest spot on the map is where you can launch it. The first place is that far ahead. I still think you have to wait a bit. But I know there's like a maximum distance, if like where you can do it further back. You can see there's like I had a little extra room, but it wasn't much. No reason to try to risk every, you know, pixel of distance when you could just do a safe one. I'll take a 19th. And so this was the overall result. Team World just barely overtook Team Japan, and I was able to lead the team, so I was really happy about that. Unfortunately, Misa had a freak accident on Mute City 4. I guess the way he described it was at the end section of the last zippers, a red got him. So I know a lot of times in that area, if you skyway drop on there, a red could be going slightly faster than you and you can't even see it. So who knows? I didn't see the footage yet, but I've died like that many times where you think you have a good situation, then all of a sudden you're just exploded. So unfortunately that's enough to, even though like that's a lot of points you miss out on total. Like, and if you would survive that, who knows, you know, let's put them really in position to take the whole thing and get the most points overall. But this time I was able to survive all the mute cities, which has held me back several times in the past events. You know, not every time I was exactly trying my hardest, because I was just goofing around with Falcon and Stingray. Especially it was the Stingray 1.4 I was doing, which was completely awful. and then you just you ranked out that way. And at even GDP 5, I was Goose, and I had like a lag situation where for some reason like everyone started a mile ahead of me, then like everything went wrong after that. So, you can even lose your chance of winning one of these events just because of your internet connection and just like random stuff like that. So everything pretty much has to go near perfect for you. And for the most part, really, I didn't have anything like that far out of the ordinary. I mean, anything I had, like, most situations just felt like they went how they should have. And if I put myself in some bad situations, like, I hit a red and big blue. That was like, I was by myself. So, I mean, and as far as just like getting glorped and stuff like that, I mean, that I didn't really have a situation, because, goose armor, you're pretty much, for the most part, immune to it. You can still get back bumped and turn locked and all that stuff, so bad stuff can still happen, but I don't really feel like all that extra stuff of collisions and stuff really affected me, and I didn't have too many bad spark droughts that like completely took me out. I had some bad positionings at times, but I was able to recover. So it was nothing too bad. And, that's like kind of like living in the perfect world at that point where, you get your best results, and it ended up being my best result here with, was third overall, then first for the world. And I've done, well, I guess recently the most is because Supernova I got second to Misa. And there's been, I guess, other times like basically when I was using the best machine, I do well. Like in the beginning with Fox 1.0, I was top 10. Then Goose after that was another top 10. And what was it? Machine Mastery Invitational. I got third place. So I mean, I've been top. Really, the only times I wasn't a top 10 was when I used Falcon and Stingray. Just because I'm really just not that good with them. And nowadays with Fox, I mean, just like I think you would have to really for optimum results, you're going to have to use steering assist with Fox. I don't know how you can be consistent otherwise. Yeah, but overall, that was an event I really liked. Everything about it really, the Kingmaker aspect where you do the 99 races in the pro. That's great because you just like you get a new chance every single race, and you don't feel like the GP's over just at the Mute City, especially if you like actually rank out Mute City, which 20 good players will rank out. So it's going to happen to you one day. And yeah, I mean, it was really fun, the team aspect of it. Even though I KO'd a friendly on was it Amir Sandstorm 2 at the end of the race, we both went to the right side of the jump pads to finish the race. I was in a boost state because I had extra boost and it's faster to go in the jump pads, but apparently the other player didn't. So I'm not sure why they weren't in the jump pad spinning to be protected. So that's on them. I literally wasn't doing anything to attack them. We just slowly collided with each other. It's like I touched them and evaporated. So otherwise though is everything went pretty smoothly. I actually almost ranked out several times on Mirror A. So I wished I would have recorded it in my other GP. I wished that recording would have worked. So I did record King, but the playback was completely unusable. Everything's just dropped frames like nonstop. So something's wrong with my recorder, and even during this portion, there were some technical difficulties, but I was able to get good enough recordings from it to at least give some gameplay review off that. And yeah, hopefully we do more of this. It doesn't specifically have to be Japan versus World. There's other formats we can do. I still want to do more teams with vehicle-based teamwork, and then who knows what we can organize. So it takes a lot to organize this. now we have bots in place. Luckily, the tech side people, they put in a ton of work to get bots to record everything. So after 6 races and stuff, we were doing like input your codes and all this stuff, and then there's verifications later. But the inputting and all that stuff works. And the other time we had the live update sheet on Google Sheets. So there's methods of doing it, and it seems like as we've developed as a community, the people in the background who've put in a lot of work into making everything run smoothly is really it's been they've done a good job implementing it, and now we can utilize it to make these events run smoothly. And everything ran perfectly for this event, and hoping we do more. And maybe I'll try. I guess if I was trying to do the best for this one, so I picked Goose or / Green Amp Zone. I don't mind fooling around in these events. It's kind of a joke for me if I use a different machine just to see how it is. I won't get good results, but it's just, I don't take it too seriously. It's fun just to be in the event. So maybe I'll be like Fox and see if I could survive 1 GP. Like, that would be an accomplishment. But we'll see. I'm not sure what's the next big event or when it's coming, but looking forward to it.